Turning to the war in Ukraine, following loss of around 100 Russian lives on New Year's Day, Moscow blames its own soldiers for using their phones, which it said allowed Ukraine to track their locations. This idea, however, has been dismissed by many. Shin Ye-eun tells us more.
Moscow has blamed its own troops for a strike on New Year's Day in which dozens of them were killed. Russia's defense ministry on Wednesday said Ukraine's missile attack killed at least 89 Russian soldiers because they were using their mobile phones despite it being banned.
But it is already obvious that the main reason for what happened was the switching on and mass use by personnel, contrary to the existing ban on mobile phones, in a strike zone accessible to enemy weapons.
The ministry claimed that this allowed Ukraine to track and determine the coordinates of the soldiers' locations. Ukraine targeted a housing facility for Russian conscripts in Makiivka in the Donetsk region right after midnight on Sunday. Ukrainian officials claimed the number of casualties was higher, at around 400 killed and another 300 wounded. Whether it's 89 or 400, it's the highest number of deaths Russia has suffered in a single day since the onset of the war. Ukraine's military called Russia's claim that the attack was enabled by the use of mobile phones ridiculous. It claimed instead that it exploited Russia's inability to secretly deploy its troops. Russia's reasoning was also dismissed by pro-Moscow bloggers. They claimed that Russian troops lacked protection and were reportedly located close to stockpiles of ammunition, which apparently exploded. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said now is the time to strengthen Ukraine's defenses.
We have no doubt that the current masters of Russia will throw everything they have left at us and everyone they can round up to try and turn the war around and at least delay their defeat.
Zelensky said Russia is also planning a series of attacks using Iranian drones. Shin Ye-eun, Arirang News.